What's up, guys? This is your boy Rusian with another Raid Shadow Legends live stream. So, yeah, we start right now. As I mentioned on my last video, I have partially retired Senna because it really doesn't make much sense for me to be using her right now. She's a great champion, but she's not the type of champion every player going to be able to acquire anytime soon. Actually, let me raise the volume. So as of right now, I'm going to be holding on to her so we can all be kind of in the same level in the most of the beginning of the game. I will be using only legendaries that I got from links or that I got from promo codes. Okay, so basically because those are champions that you guys can get yourselves. Right now I'm trying to get those 25 lesser potions in the account. Mostly you want to try to do that to get the shards and to get some of the gems as well, because you will need to get masteries for your second champion. So it's just something that is really necessary for you guys. It's complete those missions. I am not going to be focusing completely on Arbiter because for most people, casual players, if you only play about 2 hours a day, you can only really focus so much on them. For the most part, it will take a little bit longer, but eventually you guys will be able to complete them, okay? So like in here, I still need 6 more. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. As you guys see, I was able to actually get a little bit higher with when I was using Senna, but like I said, I stopped using her. I just didn't feel it was fair, so dropped a little bit, but it's still enough. You know what I mean? Like, it's day 5, playing only 2 hours a day, so I only played really, to be honest, 8 hours up to now. Usually in a new account I would have played 8 hours in a single day. So my 2 damage dealers are Kael and Karato. And I am trying to level now Giscard. Giscard's was a massive pull for me. He's an epic. The best thing for him is provoke and not provoke. His shield and stun. So definitely a champion you guys want to look for. I still use him in last year's free to play challenge, and I still have him as one of my main guys in the squad. So he can help you clear a lot of content. The reason why I am actually leveling this guy, now I forgot his name, it's because of the Fire Knight. So he got 3 hits, right, Coffin Smasher. He got three hits on his A1, what is massive to have against Fire Knight, unless you pull maybe an epic that can do a better job, but it's still really good. All right, so I still have a bit, I think 3 more I need. I feel like those potion missions, they are, I guess, the most tiresome part of the game. My main account, when I start the game, I pretty much ignored Arbiter missions because it was, for me, it was kind of a waste of energy. But in the end of the day, when you learn more about the game, you realize you have to complete at least to some point. So right now, I really want this shard. Everything else I can actually slow down. It's not such a big deal. But like for now, you know, I start getting like energy, free energy, some gear, and the most this gear in here, defense artifacts. Hopefully I get some good rolls, and for Giscard, that is really good in the beginning of the game. All right, so stage 5 or higher 10 times. So I can I will go 5 just because I know safely I can actually get. But I am going to also run discard because I definitely need masteries for him. So I need to do 10 times. There you go. Boom. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I have a lot of multi battles that I need to use very soon. One of them, I think I have 50 that gonna expire in 4 days. So that's why I'm using them right now. As of gear, Corrado right now doesn't have the best gear, but for being a legendary, is a lot stronger, so he can survive longer than Kael. But as soon as possible, I probably gonna get him on life steal. And if I can't find good life steal, I'll probably just steal from Kael because I feel him and Discord can clear a lot more content together. So, and that's what happened a lot of times. Like you have your main. I do need to get this guy to 6-star, Kyle, to be able to complete some missions. I actually can get him right now if I want, but I'm just debating if I should wait and get Discard first. I gotta wait to see what gear I can put on him. If I don't have anything really major, I probably gonna get Kyle on. But if not, he's probably gonna be the next one. So you guys following the series, I know we have right now a 2x for Ancient Shards, right? 2 times the chance to get epic and legendary champions. Have you guys been able to pull anything that you feel it's decent? Are you guys having problems with anything you guys pull? Because I'll be honest, Discord was someone I pulled multiple times in the past on my main account, but until last year, when I played on the Hell Hades competition, I didn't realize how good he was. And I think it happens a lot. Um, you have a mindset of like, yes, Ugo, Geomancer and all. So you have those epics you have in mind all the time. And the moment you don't get them, you sometimes ignore a lot of those other good epics that exist. And even some of them that get, like Sinesha, for example, not many people use, but most when you play free to play in the beginning, you get her, and it's a game changer in a lot of ways. Um, I think we ignore a lot of even like rare champions at times. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about any decisions I'm making, if you guys agree or disagree with some of them, let me know in the comments. If you guys are struggling with any part of the content, it doesn't have to be directly on day 5 of free to play, but if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask. Feel free to ask. I do appreciate any likes I can get, any message I can get, comments and everything, because it really helps for YouTube to recognize that I'm live and send to other people. Okie dokie. So this is complete. Now Tier 2 Masteries. That's pretty easy. I have for Kyle right now. Or I should have. All right, so I need two, I believe. Is that the mission? Three tire two. Okay, so how bad am I right now? Let me take a look really quick. So Discard as well. Discard got a pretty good amount. Well, so I'm gonna have to run a few more Minotaur. Um, I really wish Plarian actually changed this to where um, you could, you know, just get extra, but that's fine. All right, skill cast. Getting my luck on the wrong account. Just got my second nut on a referral account, and only two legendaries I have pulled. All right, so let me be honest. Like nut, I could not do the fusion on the nut. That was way before I really got my shit together on raid. Right now, I can do any fusion at all times without spending any money, even on my main account. But I don't have the nut. I have never pulled him. Uh, Even whatever amount of chances, I just didn't work. Cannot get this guy. Um, really wish I got him. Actually, like I said, I wish I had gotten Senna on my main account. That would be crazy. Um, but yeah, sometimes I feel like I only get some of the champions I actually really want on my main account on free to play accounts. It is madness, but you know. Yeah, and I can't believe like people pull nut. Like some people have like five nuts. It's like I don't have one, so it's okay. So just so you guys know too, I'm actually playing on the Mac. But if you guys have PC, one of the best things to download is RSL Helper because in the most way, if you don't have time to play the game as much, RSL Helper at least case like this that you need to get masteries and everything, um, you can just do the settings and put to run until you get all the scrolls you need, and it just runs for you. I really have no issues with RSL Helper. I think, see, it's a tool, right? And multi battles, you don't have that much control. At least RSL Helper, it helps you manage a little bit your energy as well. I use a lot, um, like a lot of times if I need to just level my champions, I just go in there and use in the most early because you don't, even when you go like 12-3, you may not be getting that much. Um, you're not, getting that much experience. So 50 scrolls, 50 multi battles even is not enough for you to get anywhere. So you run really fast and you still have energy a lot of times. So it's a good tool. You can leave running overnight if you want. And you wake up in the morning and you got a lot of chickens. Do I have enough for him? That's my question. I don't think so. No. All right. It's just because sending everything to discard. Okay. All right. Let me go back. What is fine, like, because that's the thing too. Like, send to Kyle for me, it's not doing much because I will be buying his masteries, but I could always get discards instead. It, that's going to be a very hard choice. Because I already got Karatus, and he's a massive, champion. But Kyle also, he becomes really good with his masteries on. But then, since the main team gonna be Karado and Discard, it's kind of like just hard to choose who's gonna be first because after that, pretty much like your third set of jams, you a lot of times, well, 2 hours a day, not as much. But if you have a day that you're really grinding, a lot of times what you want to do is you want to use as energy. So, but like what we are doing here is not really a race, so it's probably not gonna have to get to the point to use gems like that. Like a lot of my accounts that I just pretty much like go in and do the quests every day. I accumulate like tens of thousands of energy on them because you always have surplus energy. So I really feel this series is gonna be really good on that side. I don't feel anybody gonna be running out of energy unless you have like a prism shard competition you want to participate, which is pretty good. A lot of times that's what I do in some of those accounts I'm not fully actively playing. Is I just go on Sand Devil, run, then it's usually like 2,800 points. Even accounts that are like really bad accounts, I really haven't done anything on the account. They they can reach that even if that's one energy per point. Usually a little bit more, but and you get a pretty short run chance to get some massive freaking legendary champions. I have accounts that I'll be honest, at this point I probably have more legendaries than anything else. Yeah, so that's the thing about events, right? Like, I usually blow my. So, there are tournaments and events I will not participate to save my life. Um, I some of them I don't even understand why people get some gun hole, and maybe that's my fault. I'm not seeing the big picture. But most events, unless I'm getting a massive prize for it, or it's a fusion or anything like this, I don't waste my energy. Let me be very clear. I do not. And because that's what causes people not to be able to do fusions, right? They have this tournament that usually, yeah, you get an Eternal Soul or something like this, right in the end. But you got to think, like, you spend thousands of energy, right? And then 2 days later, you have a fusion that you have to spend thousands of energy on dungeon divers in the most. That is just insane. Because honestly, dungeon diver, guys, it's like even if you complete, let me say it's on the middle of dragon and spider. Even if you get to the top of both, you still need to run more for dungeon divers. Okay, so uh, and I'm talking about going stage 12 or even if you're going on hard mode. So I'm not the biggest fan of those. I'm just saying. So I usually don't. I don't care about those tournaments at all. Not in my main account, at least. A lot of times on free to play. And put it like this: if there's an ancient shard in a tournament right now, yeah, I'm gonna go for it because um, you have a 2x, right? Even knowing that, like I said, I'm not going to be using legendaries right now. I rather pull as many legendaries as possible or epics and put in the vault if necessary. Yeah, that's the thing. Sure, if you have a chance to get relentless gear, um, it's not a bad choice. The only thing that gives me pause at times is am I going to win, right? Because sometimes, usually in this type of tournaments, if I really need the gear, I may go for, but I don't know. I usually let the tournament start to see if it's actually feasible for me, because a lot of times, like, yeah, you try, but if you're going against like a really strong group, you need to put a lot of money on energy, like, and end up not being worth it. So biggest choice right now is if I'm going with standard PvE or clan boss for G-Scard. Now, not a bad thing to go for a clan boss, but it shouldn't be your focus in the beginning of the game. And the most if I gonna pair him with Karado, right? So what I gonna do is I gonna put him in standard PvE gear, mastery, sorry, because later on, if I want to reset, it's still free. Okay, so as of right now, I need him for PvE, so I run with those settings. Okay, and by the way, in the most beginning, I usually just go to Hell Hades, to the Hell Hades website, and I check what's the best masteries, because I just have random gear. Later on, you may focus more on something you need, but as of right now, I just pretty much copy and paste. I'll be honest with you guys. All right, so let's go back here. Yeah, exactly. You know, if you see you can win, just go for it. Okay, so I complete this mission right now. 3 stars. Win a total of 5, 4-star, 5-star, or 6-star from stage 5 or higher of the ice golem. So what I really need to do right now, right? Let me take a look on what gear I can put on Discard right now. Because since I'm not using her, I can't just go all gun hole, you know, and hope I do well. The other thing is I gonna use him. Okay, I gonna start leveling Armor as well. I actually didn't even notice I had pulled him. Or actually I noticed, I just forgot. That's one of the things guys have to pay attention sometimes, you know. So what I could also do, because I have 41 in here, and I will, like, try to save as many brews as you can, but sometimes, you know, your time's more important. In the most, when you only have a few hours a day, and brews will accumulate. In the most, if you don't play like so gun-hole like all day long, you're gonna have a good amount of brews in the end. Even when I use them up my main account, a few days and I will have 100. And just so you guys know, I don't get anything from Plarium, okay? So I don't get all the perks a lot of players get, or any of that. So anything I get because I'm playing the game. Alright, so Armor right now. I could use a few more pots, but I'm gonna hold on to it. Let me, since I'm here, let me get some foods also up. So right now I have a bunch of foods, and sometimes you just assume it's good enough and just you just fly through it, just use to upgrade your levels. Don't do it, because right now I'm being lucky, but that luck can end so fast. All right, so let's take a look. I have a good amount of food too right now. I don't even know how that's happening, but so discard automatically. I'm gonna just feed as many books as possible. I want him all maxed out. Let me see if I have in defense gear. So I want him fast. That's one of the main things. So speed gear, not lucky on that. Let me see if I have any defense. Well, let Let me see, chess. Great. Okay, so let me just take a look really quick. Let me try on. It's good to use fitting room even if you're dead set that you actually going to be using um, a certain gear. The other thing I want for him is I want a crit rate. So crit rate's a no-go right now. So in a lot of ways, what I'm probably gonna do is just put whatever gear I can as of now. And as I get other gear, I'll probably put on him. So attack, accuracy, and HP. That's something I definitely need for him right now. Nice. Not a bad roll at all. I don't mind not getting the HP, but accuracy is pretty good. I just gonna throw this. So I'm throwing a 1 star because I really don't care about the stats at this point, right? I just, oh fudge. Sorry. Just wasted money. Okay, so throw this one in. Well, the other thing is didn't waste money, and that's why you definitely have to use the fitting room, right? So this should be good enough for now for him. Just keep him alive a little bit longer. Uh, he used the same type of equipment as I would give to Discard. So let's just skip this. Let me try to ascend him. Can I ascend him? No. Okay, that's fine. So let's come in here. Events. Champion training. Let's see if we got anything good. So I really want this shard in here, the ancient shard, so I can hopefully get. I actually would rather get an epic, to be honest, but since eventually I may open that vault and pull the legendaries, I wouldn't mind getting. Okay, so let's see where we're at, and 5 of those. Okay. So I'll probably try to go in here. She's out. He comes in. I don't know if I should keep her or not. Probably not. Let me get this kid in and get this one in. Now let's see if we can. So usually in this case, what I do is I will run um, just a single battle and see if I can actually beat, because you guys have to remember I had Senna before. Yeah, I feel this is probably the safest level for me right now. Even so, not that safe, but doable. Okay. So I won one, right? Oh, good, speed. So, all right. So what I gonna do is I'm gonna run 2 more and see how that goes, right? Hopefully I get everything I need. Because you gotta remember I need 4 and 5 star, and this stage gives me 3 2 5 star. So okay, 2, 3 to go. Yeah, I feel a lot of times like those first few days, it can get boring because you can only clear so much um, on the stages. You're pretty much doing what I usually call slave work because you're just going through the motions. And I think I'm gonna lose this one. So one thing you don't want to do, unless it's really bad. Let me take a look. See, that's a problem. That's also 3 to 4. So I think I'm going to go for this. Because the problem is, Corrado Affinity, it doesn't help on the next one. If I had him a life steal, it wouldn't be an issue. I just, as of now, I can't pull the gear from Kyle, to be honest. So. Now, the other problem I just realized too is I'm not really sure I can actually pair him with Corrado right now. For one reason, they're the same affinity. So if I get him to rank 5 as of now, I'm gonna have issues later clearing some of the content. So what I'm gonna do right now, really quick, is I do believe, let's check really quick if I have a mission to get a champion to 5. You know, it's not a big deal because Giscard has almost whatever everything he needs to be able to get 5-star as well. So what are we gonna do in here? We will not ascend because we will have a mission later on to get to 4 stars, right? So what are we gonna be doing here is we're gonna feed those nice chickens. And by the way, those are not all the chickens I have. Mostly they have from promo codes. I will list after the video is over. I'll list below all the promo codes. I actually used the, let's see, today I have used only 4 mid-game subs. So I used this one, gave me an extra chicken. So I will cheat, as I like to say, and I'll throw some brews just because I don't want him fighting so hungry. All right. So passes, boom, claim. All right. Yeah, sure. So now actually I shouldn't worry about going all the way here. Let's see. Let's see if we're lucky. Let's see if we get lucky. Yeah, I'll be honest. Same problem with the on the Hell Hades challenge. Gear can be a big problem. So a lot of times you're gonna get to the point where you really have to decide if you don't have good rolls, you got to make a choice to just go to the dungeon and fight whatever boss, like mostly dragon in the beginning, I would say. Ice Golem has garbage for the most part. So you go to the dragon and see how far you can go and just try to get as much gear as you can. That's honestly the only thing you guys can do. It sucks, but that's reality, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'll be honest. So I don't know what champions you guys chose as your starting champions. I right now am still waiting. By level 30, I should be getting Sigmund. So pretty much those are the only two legendaries I'm gonna be using. Um, and Alice, but that's some, it's a champion that everybody can get. So besides for those type of champions, I am not going to be using any other legendaries. Just keep it, fair for you guys. Um, also, in the end of the day, it helps you guys learn which rares and epics can be used for different things. And some of them you may never have used before. A lot of times it happens to me. So, all right. Do I need more? Yeah, I think I need one more run. Hopefully, just one more on the Ice Golem. Yeah, and that's the thing too. If you guys know, you're only really using two champions to clear. Like that's the case. Just cards helping a little, but not anything crazy. You definitely want to put everything else as chicken. That's how you optimize your champions. Like Coffin Smasher is not a chicken per se, neither is Armiger, but if I wasn't using them to their potential, and mostly because Armiger is not doing anything without gear. Um, and I have to run again. The game seems to know, you know what I mean? Yeah, the game knows I need it. Coffin Smasher at least put in some, you know, some burns in there. Come on, do I still need one more? Oh, God. All right, now. Completed. Complete. 25 lesser spirit potions from stage 5 or higher. All right, so I'm coming here because the way things are going, I'm not going to be using this. I'm going to lose it. So 25. Okay, let's see if I can beat in here. She's gone. Let's put Armiger in here. He won't be able to do what I need him to do. Okay, well, let's run one first. That was madness. All right, let's go up. So if I needed to get greater potions, I would not be getting any of them. But because I don't need greater potions, that's what I'm getting. But let me not complain because I do need those potions for Karados and discard. So it's all right. Not complaining, just pointing it out. Yeah, and that increased attack is massive too. Increase attack, increase defense. Boom. So I feel that I could probably go stage 9. The problem with stage 9 is I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill um, the keeper, because that's what happens a lot of times. Because he keeps healing, it doesn't mean he's doing any damage that he can kill me, but I'm also not doing enough damage to kill him. So yeah, a few times when I do those battles, and most if those are the long battles, I may just jump in and let it run. And sometimes I come back 20 minutes later and it's still going, and you're getting nowhere. So that's usually the problem with this keeper. So as what it is, I'll just be running um, this stage. Hopefully I only have 2 potions right now. Five. All right, so I know I'm gonna be in here. Well, let me just start and just go counting. See, that's a good time for you guys to actually use RSL helper, because you can set up to where the moment the mission is complete, it will just stop running. I'll be honest, potion keeps. That's something I definitely run RSL helper on. Most times, it all depends. Like, I don't usually use my PC as much. I use the Mac. So if I'm on the Mac, I don't have a RSL helper, so I can't do much with it. So I'll just manually do and check the numbers. But if I have time and I'm home, I'll just shove into the PC and let it run. 8. It's okay, I'll need those potions. Let me ask you guys, you guys watching, how many hours a day you guys usually play, both in weekdays and weekends? And I'm not talking about like straight, right? A lot of times, unless I'm doing content, I usually am doing other things and I just leave the game running, or multi battles or RSL helper, or I'm on the go, I'm commuting, I'm on train or something. I may have my phone on me and just play the game. Not much. 9. I do feel like a lot of people, they feel weird about adults playing games when, to be honest, I think everybody does nowadays. Uh, it's just different type of gaming. A lot of people talk about how you have to spend so much money on Raid Shadow Legends. You don't, to be honest. I see people spend a lot more money on Candy Crush just to refill energies than they do playing other games. So yeah, that's why I like that type of series. Um, Honestly, I just came up with that because of something that Code Red was talking in his video that had to do with, he's a new dad, doesn't have as much time sometimes to for, well, not to make his content, that's his work, but like for the competition. So he's doing about 2 to 4 hours a day, which is a lot, um, but not as much as some of the other players. And I real that's why I want to make something like this, because I feel most people don't have all day to be playing games, and I think 2 hours is, you're in the bathroom, you're commuting, uh, not driving, hopefully, you know, lunchtime, before you go to bed, you have about 2 hours you can play. Sometimes you play a little bit more. But a very important thing you guys have to remember is don't play, don't trade quality time with friends and family to play a game. Okay? Done in the past, long, long time ago. I never actually think I traded time with friends and family, but sometimes I've seen people locked on a dungeon playing games, and pretty much the whole family could be dead upstairs. They wouldn't know for a week. So don't do that. Hey, Rich Raider 45. I do about 4 hours. I think, a lot of people may think like 4 hours is 1/6 of the day, right? So it's a lot of hours. But I feel a lot of people don't realize 4 hours. A lot of times when you play games for 4 hours, you're not just like me. For 2 hours, I'm focusing on the game. No, you click on and you do some work. A lot of times I play doing work. That's why I have both computers in front of me. If I'm editing videos, not for YouTube even, for filmmaking, I'm doing some work in here. I may click, I do some multi-battles and stuff I need on the game. And just I keep, I just don't stop doing what I have to do, right? Hey, Dante. My game is open almost all the time on my PC, and I play through remote desktop, even on my phone or at work if I have the time. Depends if I have a lot to do or not, how much time I will actually play. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you're working and you don't have I think the problem is a lot of people don't realize those games, for the most part, like I'm doing auto right now. I could be, I don't know, wash my hair or something, and the game would still be going, right? So it's not a big deal. Like you can put a good 4 hours, but doesn't mean that you're focusing for 4 hours. Um, that's one of the things. Like besides for the competition, my main account, I'm just happy to one key clan boss or everything. Could I, spend a couple of days tweaking the speeds and making an unkillable team, uh, and make a billion points right on the clan boss? Yeah, sure. I believe my main account, I probably have everything I need for that. But do I really want to spend 2 days just tweaking gear? Not really. I have other things I do in my life, and so do you for the most part. So I'm like, yeah, one key, Ultra Nightmare, good. Don't worry about how many points, 80 million. Well, you could have gotten 500 million. Well, I didn't, so what? Still getting the same rewards. And I know I'm making content. I should be like, all right, guys, I'm going to show you how to make 10 billion points against a clan boss. I'll leave Ash, I'll leave YST, I'll leave Hell Hades to show you guys this, okay? I'll be showing you guys how to not spend money in the game. Or when you spend, make good choices, right? Exactly, Dante. That's the thing. One key is one key. You know what I mean? Like, I can get more for one key, but I have other stuff. Like, I'm doing the Hell Hades competition challenge. Okay, I'm making different content I don't really feel like spend so much time just tweaking stuff. Because don't take me wrong, I used to play Anarchy Online, and I don't know if you guys know this game. This game goes all the way back to 2001, I believe, 2000, 2001. Uh, there were ways to put armor that you shouldn't be allowed to, and that had to do with implants. Now, the trick was to take an implant, pump up your stats to be able to put a different implant, and then just go one by one and leveling and leveling and leveling to the point you're putting uh, gear that you shouldn't be able to put until level 100 at level 30. And it would take days for me to create those implants because you had to manually do them uh, to, for that. And I had to spend days going to the shops to be able to get uh, the right things for the slots. And I did it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I used to do things like this and it was fun, but then I would get to where I didn't need this armor anymore after 5 days. But I already spent pretty much that amount of time just to build the implant. So, you know, yeah, just keep that in mind. If you guys want key, you want key. If there's a competition that you want to do some bragging rights, go ahead. Like in the competition, yeah, sure. If I can make 1 billion points, I may actually spend time to do it. But any other way, not really. All right, Dragon's Lair. Again, let me take her out. But first, let me see. All right, let's try to go for here. Discards are already in. But, oh, this guy's in. All right, let's see if I can kill without her. Yeah, because that's the thing, guys. So I had her yesterday, um, but since I decided not to use Senna because I feel wouldn't be fair for anybody trying to learn the game to have pretty much a cheat code, one of the best legendaries in the game. Um, I need to see now if I can actually, and I shouldn't have problem because I don't think she was doing those many revives. She was helping Corrado more than anything else. Yeah, for the most part, she was just reviving food champions. So, yeah, they should be okay. Hopefully. Nope. No, 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 no. Okay, so I may have to go 7. It's still okay. It's still 3 to 5. That's what I need. Um, and now I know I can beat, so it's not a big deal. See, the reason why I always ask about how much time, that's why I guesstimate 2 hours for most people, because in New York, if I'm to take the bus or train, I I'd spend like 45 minutes. You do have internet, not in the trains per se, but every time you stop in the station. So 45 minutes, give or take, then half an hour, hour lunch. I feel it's fair amount of time for people to play, you know. And like I said, just don't play the game to a point where you are not spend time with your family, with your friends. Don't do like it is hard some days, and most of you are a content creator like Dante and some of the other guys because you have to do both things, right? But that's a different story. That's your job, even if your job's kind of a hobby, or if your job's your job, or you're starting to try to make it a job. I know it's complicated, but you guys know what I mean. Like, it's okay to spend a little more time. Like right now, I could be walking outside in the cold, but Yeah, I'm here, but I'm happy. I'm doing something I love to do, love to talk to you guys. So it's okay, right? And my friends are going nowhere, hopefully. And still kind of early. So that's why I rather do a live stream at 12. Uh, by 2 o'clock, we should be done. So one more hour, give or take, right? And then I do the other things I have to do. Like I did a lot of stuff today already. So by the way, guys, I really appreciate all the likes, all the comments, and everything. Okay, I really do. It's fun. All right, I need three more, I believe. No, two more. Should be two. I hate pancake. I hate this. Now, that's by the way, that's no, it's not pancake. I have check. I have so I have this champion on my Hell Hades free to play, and it's actually pretty interesting. I thought I would hate it, but it's actually pretty decent. Dante, I'm a complete noob to CC life. I just started as a hobby to get away from the... You know, that's the thing. Like, content creation is fun, okay? And to be honest, kind of thing, you never know, all right? Like, you guys are doing great, not just in the game, right? A lot of the newer creators, like, I can't even say, like, I'm not a big creator, okay? I spend more time quitting YouTube than I spend staying on YouTube for the most part. A lot had to do with I used comments in the game Rappels, and I kind of stopped because they changed distributors on the game, not distributors, publishers, and I really didn't connect that well with the new one. It just felt weird after so many years. Um, so yeah, then I kind of like tried to change a little bit the channel. Wasn't very happy. Then um, actually, Raid Shadow Legends, I hated the game. No joke. In the beginning, the first time I played like years back, I think it was 2019. For some reason, I think my problem was I saw the prices for everything, and it used to be. You guys think it's bad now? Um, yeah, no, the packs were horrible, horribly priced, and I was like, that's just wrong. So after that, a few years later, I came back. I'm like, well, let me check the game again, and I felt it was a big difference. To be honest with you guys, the game looked a lot better. Um, like monetization is still heavy a lot of times, but it's a lot better than what I saw before. Then again, I was living in Brazil for a little while after I retired from the military. So yeah, I was maybe that was the issue in there. The prices were worse. I don't understand why, because people have a lot less money in there, but you know. Hey, there you guys go. Something you didn't know about me. I'm retired military. All right, got it. Win 50 bronze, silver, gold. Okay, so this is something I'm gonna do probably on off time. I know it means I'm going above the 2 hours, but yeah, but I gonna do in free time. Just click on here and there. I'm not gonna focus on that. What I'm gonna be doing right now. Jesus, look at that! I had so much energy. Now I do have a lot of pots here and there, but wow. Okay. So what I'm gonna be doing? All right, let me clear a couple of. Just hit some arena here, right? She's gone. This guy's in. So Dante, I have a question. If you're still in, how do you like it doing content? Oh, you're in Greece. All right. My landlord's Greek, actually. So no, the events, yes. The tournament, no. So Lixa Fay, yeah, no. They haven't. So that's the problem sometimes when you start new account. Um, a lot of times you're gonna miss fusions. Yeah, you will be missing some of the fusions and everything. And it's not that you're not capable. It's not because you don't have the energy. It's just because tournaments don't open for, I think it's 5 days, right? So if you guys looking here, so the novice tournament's still open. Well, it's not running or anything. So because of that, until this drops, what should be maybe even later today, um, I cannot get any of the other tournaments, but the events, yes, tea parties here, those day one, they pop on, right? So I am working on gear enhancement and all. So I will be able, but you see, like gear enhancement, there's nothing. I actually don't think. Oh yeah, no, because as of right now, it's only on tournaments to get the points, right? Okay, so no, not capable of getting any of those things right now. Hopefully, and it happens sometimes, you do still get them open for you. Okay, they may still open in the end of the day, but I don't know. It happens sometimes, and you just have actually more time to complete than any other players because you get the, let me say, if that's a 3 day event and yours, because of the novice tournament, starts 12 hours later, you get those extra 12 hours complete. Um, it's not really as a rule, but I notice a lot of times. So let's see if I got anything here. So those energies, the only thing I have to make sure, like I will be using, always make sure you don't let it just disappear, but save as much as you can until you really need to use. Now in campaign, what are we gonna be doing? We're gonna try to actually 5-star everything. She's gone. So I'm not going to use discard. Let's see if we can do with Kyle right now. Because now that he's 5-star, he may or may not be able to. Plus, I have more masteries on. Yeah, Dante, sorry, I kind of missed your message. Yeah, so that's why. So I competed last year on the challenge, and I'm back this year, right? And majorly the reason is because of the CCs. Uh, that's why I'm back, really. I have a few people I really, really enjoy talking to. So Sometimes I feel I'm even annoying about it. I just like people, and like Simon, Hell Hades, great dude. Okay, he's busy as hell, and he always makes time for people when he can. Red's another one, great dude, love the guy. MTG Jedi, YST, all those guys like Nub Raids, pretty much everybody I know from last year in the most. Um, yeah, like it's just great people to relate to, and they will help you if you ask for help, and they can help you. They will, like, just it's awesome, and but that's the thing too, like a lot of games I played in the past, and I'm not talking about just content creators, but like even community wise, it was nasty. Like I swear, if they had like a meeting of all CCs and all players, some people would get unalived. It's bad, man. Like, but raids, like, people are just cool, you know. That's why I love it. That's why I came back. Like I had to take a break during the whole fiasco with Hydra and everything. A lot of drama going on, but and I was also busy as hell planning my documentary. But besides for that, no, I really love uh, the community, content creators, everything. All right, now I have died. So a couple of things. I don't want to be dying and just wasting energy. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna try to manual, because honestly, that's what I have to do a lot of times when in this situation. This guy, I should have taken him instead, but that's fine. All right, there you go. See, usually I really don't feel I need to manual, but situation like this, not a bad thing, you know. Level 28. So remember, at level 30, I get Sigmund on this account, and yeah, that's a hard choice because Sigmund, and I think that's why I love Discord. Discord, I like to say that it's a Sigmund's son because it's not like their kits are the same, but they kind of do the same job, right? Like Sigmund has strengthen. Uh, you get shield from Discard. Like they don't have the same kit, but I feel they're a par with how much they can protect your team, right? And like you have a provoke on Sigmund, and you have stun on Discard. So yeah, I know it sounds like, well, they're nothing alike. I get it, but if you look at the kit, they're up to the same level of how much they'll protect your team. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Now talking about military, that's the thing. Like a lot of countries, when you have to actually join the military, it's actually hard to go career because they have a huge influx of people coming in. Now, if you decide to, like in the United States, if you decide to go career, it's, I'm not going to say it's that easy because you can be denied to enlist, but as long as you do your job and do it well, just go career, you know. That was my case. I served for many, many years until my back, knee, and everything else was pretty much destroyed. So, all right, let's go for that shard. Let's see if we get another legendary. Got a double on Senna. All right, let's see what we got. Harrier! Some people say Harrier's not that bad. I think they're lying. Yes, they lie. All right. I really want to get a new shard. But the problem is, in campaign, I already pulled those on hard, right? Yeah, I already got the shard from here. Let's take a look in Faction Wars. To 25's too far. So one of the things we usually look. All right, so here's the trick. Don't tell anybody. So I have those 5, right? That's something you learn a lot in like the free to play and everything. And what I gonna do, even if they're garbage, I will be coming to now I should change the gear really quick. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I usually would hate to do it right now, but I am going to change gears with Kyle, and I'm gonna start leveling food. So the reason why I don't like to do this too much is because eventually I'm gonna have some missions. I have to get attack percent gear, so I have to use silver for that. So pretty much right now I'm okay, but silver just goes so fast when you're not expecting. Anywho, all right, so let me see what I got from him. All right, well, she doesn't need that, right? See if we got anything better. Oh, attack! Look at this. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna pump him up a little bit. I usually don't worry if I'm winning. I don't worry too much about some of my gear until I have a certain level, and the most after you run like dragon for a while. Okay, so let me try it on. Now let's get lifesteal gear from our buddy. I have to pay attention to make sure I don't have better gear sometimes, you know? Well, this I want to have better, but shield also. There you go. We got this all the way up to 12. I usually go up to like 12 on 1 and 2 star. Well, 2 star, 3 star. Not higher. And even so, just like speed gear or something like this. Okay, so equip. So that's what I'm saying, like almost 300,000 just to equip this. But it's gonna save me later on in energy, right? Okay, Kyle right now, just gonna leave him with this. Actually, I'll leave him with this. I could have put the other gear on him, but what I'm gonna be doing now is just farming, right? So it's coming campaign. Stage 3. Well, let's do multi-battles. Edit queue. So what I want right now is, so I need those 3, correct? But because I have the Dark Elves open, faction open, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prioritize getting them up. So let's see who else I have. And I should have one more. I think she is the Dark Elf. Yep. Okay. Confirm. Well, I'm put a couple more just in case I don't pay attention. Look, Dante, my main account, actually any account I have, well, I'm lying. The accounts I pretty much leave in the back burner. I have so much silver. You have no idea. And I have so much energy. I will say, if you decide, anybody who decides at any point to maybe stop playing even the game, don't stop. Log in, play for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's, you need 10 minutes to be able to get everything from your quests, your daily quests, weekly quests, monthly quests. That's all you need to do. If you decide to come back to play the game after a few months, guess what? You're gonna have over 10,000 energy, so much silver that you really don't even know what to do with, but you burn that really quick. But anyway, it's not a bad thing to do. I do that to my accounts. I keep them in the back burner, and mostly during competitions like this. Sometimes I may even not play for a whole month. So you get the welcome back tournament. That gives you a lot of good stuff too. So just saying, things to keep in mind. Yeah, then it's free to play, man. But that's that's the thing about free to play, right? You learn so much that you can bring to your main account. Until last year competition, I had spent money on my main account. Even if I tried, I was a little spender, wasn't a massive spend, but I had spent money on the account. After the Hell Hades competition, I did not miss a single fusion on my main account, and if I spend $10 here or there a month, that's the most. And mostly I don't. Sometimes if I'm too busy with work, I don't have time to get my resource right, then I may need a smidge of energy to run a dragon or anything. But yeah, I really learned a lot from focusing on free to play. And that's why I don't change gear that often. Like, even on my main account, I try to avoid changing gear if I don't have to. Plain and simple. I just don't. Unless I get like some massive, piece, like quadro, stuff like this. I don't worry about it. All right, so I think what I gonna be doing is I will be going on for about 10 more minutes, and because what I gonna be doing right now is just running, leveling my champions, and getting some food ready. So the next step really, and I may try to run if I have enough time, but then again, the cryptid gonna be open for next few days still for this account, and it's get my 5-man team for faction crypts. The reason for that is if I can do it, I may be able to actually get the one ancient shard and hope to get an epic or legendary from it. So that's pretty much the plan right now. Is just get my foods up, maybe try to do a little bit of campaign, but as of now, as you guys know, I have about 40 minutes of game time, so I can keep myself honest with the 2 hour day. And probably I'm gonna be jumping into the Hell Hades competition after that. But I had to also get a little bit of energy going, so not a big deal. Not a big deal for me to be doing my 2 hour right now. That's what I try to do. I try to adjust all my accounts. My main account, I almost forgot to fuse the Mad Hatter. I had everything. I got it on time, but yeah, like my brain was going at this point, trying to cover all the accounts. Uh, Being missing using all the 4 keys on Clan Boss on the main account as well. Hell Hades as well, sometimes I do. But yeah, now for the most part, it's been fun, you know. Oh, let me ask any content creator that is still on the chat. Let me ask you, what for you is the hardest thing about being a content creator? All right, let me just say, for me, the hardest thing of being a content creator is I hate taking pictures. Uh, so it is weird because I get a kick out of it every now and then. It is pretty much like when I'm about to do a thumbnail and I have to go like, or in front of the camera. Thank God nobody's in the house to see that. Um, yeah, it's trust me, it's the highlight of my day. Is take multiple pictures and choose the one that I look just slightly weird, not fully weird. It is fun, but yeah, it's hardest part of my day really is me keeping kind of a half a face straight doing those things. Um, I'll be honest with you. I so I was never big on showing my face. Okay, but when I used to play rappels, um, I think at some point I was in a live stream, and some people are actually like, "No, we would like to see you, your reaction and everything, because for a lot of people it helps people to connect to you, right? Um, I hate to say those things, but in a sense, you are your brand, and the most on gaming. So some people feel it's easier to connect with you if they can see your face. So people asked me for that, and I was like, oh my god. And the most because in the beginning, I think the hardest thing when you start is staring at the camera, and you know you're talking to people, but to be able to actually like talk, interacting with people as you record. I think it's very hard in the beginning. Um, if you guys were to watch like my early videos, I had so many cuts on the videos because I would be so, and then so it was very hard. I think starting, that's probably the hardest thing is being in front of camera and speak to people. Like I probably should have something raising a little bit my computer so I can, as I look at you guys, because I notice I seem to look down a lot. Um, but yeah, and but I understand like feeling early. Okay, like I didn't know Hades until when he already had his face out. But he also in the beginning he didn't show his face. Um, I think most people when you start up, you really don't want that because people know your face. Let me say someone think like let me say everybody thinks whatever I'm doing here is the most stupid thing ever, and I'm dumb as dumb can be. Like Forrest Gump would be Einstein compared to me, okay? And let me say someone recognizes you in the street. The interaction may not be the one you want, and it's you are putting yourself out there. Um, for me, one of the things, just really quick, if you guys notice, I actually have those spots, and that's because I have vitiligo, right? Uh, the way it changed lately, so I lost a lot of. I used to have a really big marking here. You guys can see a little bit. In the beginning, I had so many people on videos asking me if I had gotten a fight, right? Because it it almost looked like I had been punched in the face. All right. Some people used to think those were tattoos. I do have tattoos. Okay. And by the way, if you guys don't know, this is a tattoo from Billy from Resident Evil Zero. All right. Another curiosity about me. So yeah, it is. It's kind of like it's odd, but it it takes time. I feel like you feel it's when it's right to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And that's the other thing too. Like the moment you put your face out there, internet will never forget. 10 years from now, people are still gonna know you're there. If you make any comment that some people don't like, it will come back to you. So I understand. Yeah, and Dante, I'll be honest, you guys like are doing really amazing. Like I don't think I'm nobody to actually say anything about new creators, but um, I think you guys are doing amazing. Not just in the competition alone, you guys are doing really good, but like creating content and stuff. Yeah, it's not easy to commit to it, and everybody's doing really good. Yes, well, Dante, I'm actually, like I said, it's 1:30. I'm gonna be quitting right now as well the stream because um, I'll just be running those automatic battles. I still have some other multi battles, just leveling some of my champions. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the game.